Yeah, another thing before I head out to the gym, I wanted to talk about transparency. Because you are going to want to use your data analytic tools or your business analytic tools to foster transparency within your organization. Here's why. Because you want people to give you their limited resources that are increasingly in high demand. You know what I'm saying? People have less resources available at their disposal. If you're not incorporating the concept of consideration and that you have more to offer, you have more things of value other than money, people are not going to see life that way. But as it is today, most organizations, most nonprofit organizations are still interested in soliciting for donations. So, you know what I'm saying? One of the main reasons why people don't want to give is because of they don't know what's going to happen when they give. You know what I'm saying? People want to give. People want to see fruitful outcomes being produced when they give. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, churches are one of the only organizational structures that operate without transparency. Churches solicit for donations and ask people for money on good faith that the leaders within the church won't make corrupt decisions with the donations that they receive. Now, if you operate through integrity, you have integrity. It's leg day, but if you have integrity, you operate through integrity within your organizational structure. You should not have really an issue with being transparent about where your donations go. If you're incorporating data analytic or business analytic tools into your organizational structure, you have the resources at your disposal to make transparency available within your organization. If you are operating on this type of trust is a factor in any type of organization, and you want to solicit donations based on the fact that the people giving the donations can trust the decisions that you make with the money. Like, if you aren't, you know what I'm saying? You have to ask yourself, what tools do you have that you are currently deploying that within your organizational structure that let the people you solicit donations from know that you can be trusted with the limited resources that you are giving them. You know what I'm saying? Your business analytic tools can help you foster trust by producing transparency. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be different for everybody. But you know what I'm saying? If you start tracking stuff and you can dish out a report that shows everybody where resources have been allocated and everybody is happy with that, more people are going to be interested in contributing to the overall picture because they can see where things are going. Transparency has been created. And through transparency, trust has been created. You know what I'm saying? Trust and transparency go hand in hand, and all businesses operate off these principles. You know what I'm saying? And then when they don't, they don't have the they don't they don't have longevity. They don't have longevity because they don't have the foundation required to produce longevity. You know what I'm saying? You want people to offer their resources, whether it's money or time. Create trust, create transparency. You shouldn't have a problem doing that if you have integrity. If your organizational structure is already operating through integrity, why would you have a problem with doing that? You know what I'm saying? When you go to a different business and you give your money, it's because you trust the value in what you're buying. Whether you bought it before and you know you could come buy it again, or you know the reputation of the organization is something you trust, or you know what I'm saying, and because you have fostered some type of relationship with that organization, you keep coming back, you keep spending your money, or they have a good reputation, or something produced trust, something gave you the confidence to want to go spend your money in that organization. Churches don't do that. But if you want to get ahead of the game, you're headed towards a world where people are going to have less resources available to give. You know what I'm saying? And with the limited amount of resources they give, you don't want to be the organization whose members are hesitant about giving because they don't know what you're going to do with the money. Tell them what you're going to do with the money. Use your business analytic tools to help foster growth. You got to understand, you know what I'm saying? It's going to, it's not, the world is changing. And the big personas and the pharaohs of the churches, you know what I'm saying? That is not going to help your congregation eat. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to bring it down a notch and, you know, consider operating through a servant leadership principle, or, you know, you're going to have to consider how your leadership style is taking you into the future. You know what I'm saying? How your leadership style is going to help sustain you in the future. Because if your leadership style isn't sufficient enough to sustain the future that we are actually living in right now, then right now is the time you want to pivot and make those adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's too late, it's too late. But, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. I would want to use my business analytic tools to create trust and create transparency. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's going to make more people attracted to you because they know they can trust you. If you operate with integrity, that should not be a problem. If you're considering incorporating business analytic tools into your organization, it definitely shouldn't be a problem because you're going to already have the information at your disposal to dish out a report. Even if you don't, like, you should already be tracking your money and tracking your business transactions to be able to tell people that in the first place. Now, whether you incorporate that into your Sunday service and let everybody know, or whether you just put a report out and on the website and let them read it, you know what I'm saying? Let them read it. Let them read it on their own. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't gonna read that report, but they'll feel better knowing that a report was produced. You know, people don't be reading stuff, but that's not the point. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Foster trust and foster transparency. Foster transparency. Foster trust through transparency. You know what I'm saying? People go and buy because of the relationship that has been established, because of the confidence that they have. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't think I was getting what I was paying for, I wouldn't be paying for it. If I didn't think this was a good cup, why would I buy it? I trust the quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, the church is one of the only places you can go to where people is like, oh, give me all your money in Jesus' name. and just trust me. And then it'd be a lot of corruption going on. Now, I'm not saying everybody is corrupt, but I'm saying you can eliminate that through transparency. Nobody has room to question what you're doing if you're being transparent. And people become more confident in what people follow, who they have confidence in, who they trust. You know what I'm saying? So people buy in. People buy in where there's trust. People buy in. People follow leaders that they trust. People follow leaders that they believe they can depend on. People follow leaders that keep their word. If you're not tracking this stuff and can prove what you've done, you know what I'm saying? Like, reputation is cool, but producing reports and facts is better. So, you know what I'm saying? Foster trust and transparency. But all right, I'm about to go to the gym for real this time. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I might make another video just for you. Till next time, bye guys.